better now. I'm less sick. I also forgot to do something. So I need to do that real quick. I forgot to set something up. It was louder for the intro, but if you will watch this, alright, okay, it's not gonna be as magic as I thought. We have some things I need to do real quick. Da 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 da. Haha! I finally have fully custom screens for basically everything. What do you think? Looking good? Alright, hello? Game? Game? You there? Game! There you are. I'm also getting very close to getting a model for Fansly. I'm excited because VTuber models make a lot of money on Fansly. I don't know if you've ever looked at the live section of but it's like all VTuber models. A lot of them are like the like VR chat type models. I can't afford one of those or the equipment to have it properly track, but I'll be able to do a lot more of them, hopefully. Alright. So, continue. Round 3. Now I'm gonna do a new run. I don't want to continue on anything. So, we'll do... Acquire score scales faster. Red deck still doesn't have anything beyond just the basics, so I'm gonna do that. What run did I don't remember. It's been a while since I've touched the game, which is a shame because it's really good, but oh well. You know, I've been busy, too busy to play anything outside of doing it for streams. Ooh, that's worth it. Besides, the small blinds doesn't make us money. Oh, so close. We need a queen. Or an ace. Ah, no, wait, we need that anyway. I mean, this isn't bad either, but it's not ideal. There we go. My favorite straights. 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh, so close. I mean, we don't need much more, so it's fine. But yeah, normally I stick to my stream schedule, but I got like sick with something. That's not terrible actually. It's hard to achieve, but not bad. That's not bad either. I don't really do flushes. Sure, I could do that. I don't really need 6s that often, so... Man, they're giving. Look at all these spades they're giving me, which is exactly what I don't want. Fuck, I forgot about that. That 10 is helping, though. That has all of them. I think? No, wait, it doesn't have a spade. Fuck. Like, this can be really good, but it is not easy to pull off. Oh boy, let me tell you. Difficult, difficult, difficult indeed. Fuck is this? If first discard of the round only has one card, destroy it and earn. It's a lot of destroying cards. Man, so my phone stand is like not firm enough anymore. Keeps sinking very, very, very slowly. Molt card, glass card. I mean, I'm good with that. That does have all of them, which means this is going to be a very high-scoring hand. Overkill. Ooh, and it's a negative. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I don't really like straight. Oh wait, no. I thought that said flush. That's also good. Give me you. Not really worth it. Queen, Jack, 10, 9. Alright, give us a 7 of hearts. No. That should be though. 2 reds, 2 blacks. Damn, those stacking is pretty useful. That's also not bad. I really need to be upgrading my hands though. Here we go. All the Saturns, please. Alright, all heart cards will mean that these won't have their ×3. It might. I don't know if it counts, but I guess we'll find out. Because this one won't score. Oh, it still counts, baby! Nice! Didn't have to be scored, just has to be in the hand. That's fucking sick! Ah, ballot too? Man, there's a lot of good ones here. Man, getting all types of cool shit. Probably should have put the 4 first. Forgot it actually matters now because we have this. We do have free space because that's a negative. 4 of those. For lucky cards. I'm not gonna be doing a lot of straight flushes though, because I want this. Want rainbow decks, as I believe they're called. Not what I was hoping for. It's basically still good enough, but still. No, stop. Okay. Alright, let me look. They both have 1 duplicate each. Damn. Oh wait, no. Damn, we need a club. The plus 10s on both of these though gets plus 20 every time, so that's still pretty good. What is this? Per scoring enchanted card. But it removes the enchantment. That seems not great. All spade cards are debuffed. That's fine, because apparently it doesn't affect this at all. I mean, it does have all 4. It's not straight, but it'll do. I'll face it. I know there is. I don't know if I have it unlocked or not yet. Earn 4 at the end of the round. I mean, I haven't had much else good show up, so I guess I'll do that. Wheel. A lot of mine are already enchanted is the thing. Fuck it. Damn. Every time. I have very bad luck with the wheel, but I keep trying. Because it's in the spirit of poker to just keep trying even though you've been burned 9 million times. Look at that though. Rainbow straight, baby. Should have put the 10 first. Keep forgetting to do that. I love the lucky cat. Alright, sorry. You're gonna be useful eventually. I just need to get more lucky cards now. No, just lucky. Just do that. Just need a 10 now. have everything else. Oh no, wait, we need a spade still. Couldn't have given me 10 of spades? Ah, damn. It'll still add chips to this, which is good. In my experience, getting a card that like gives you a lot of chips is always the hardest part. There's a lot of good cards that add multipliers, not a lot of good cards that give you a bunch of chips though. Wonder if wilds count with the flower pot. Not sure. I don't want to risk it. Okay, that might make this a little hard. Not what I was hoping for. That has to be another queen then. Damn. No, we're good. That's fine. It's a straight and rainbow. Chips. Not bad. Do like that. Any lucky cards? Oh, fuck. The problem is it's usually easier for me to get lucky cards than what has been happening. Alright, so if we did this, we'd need an 8. Wait. Yep. That should be good. I'm honestly surprised this is working so well. I expected this to be harder. I did not think this would go well. Is probably gonna be my other go-to. Ow! That's probably gonna be worth it because it's about to decrease my straights. Get a different... Oh wait, here we go. Wait. No, fuck. Fuck. That's not it either. Okay, let me try this again. But there's a risk I won't get it. No, it's still not. Fuck. So close. Keep forgetting to put the 10 first. Wow. I don't know if it'll count. Let's find out. I don't think it will. It doesn't count as part of the hand. Yeah. But it was good enough, so oh well. I'm planning a blue Twitch stream tonight as well. Oh, to be fair, I've used that before when I had like a shit ton of money and it gave me like 200 chips. I had a lot of money. It is useful, but you gotta be in a position where you can hoard a shit ton of money, and I don't think I am at the moment. No lucky cards, huh? Oh shit, I should've done that. That might be worth it. That has all 4. And it's actually a really good hand for walkie-talkie too. Yeah, totally worth it. Cool. Alright. Buy this. Hopefully we can buy lucky cards. High card is actually kind of useful because you never know when you're gonna need it because you could get in trouble. So always upgrade high card a few times. 2 pair is another one that can get me all 4. All club cards, that's fine. I don't need them to actually score. I just need them to work. Ace. That's fine. Ooh. 10, 9. Can I get an 8? 10, 9, 8. Please trigger. Fuck, I should have put you first. Oh, I keep forgetting. Would have had more chance for the trigger. I haven't found something that's better than this yet. I mean, that I will always buy. If it's just out there. Create a tarot card of hand. Just put, I don't want to do that. I have all this money. Look at all my money. It's gonna be useless. Steal cards. Not getting a lot of luck with the lucky cards. 2 pair of full house is the way to 4 of a kind could too, but it's very unlikely. If we could get a 10. Yeah, that'll do it. I will say this is requiring me to kind of double check a lot more because it's a little hard for me to read it all, but I mean, it's negative. I can't really complain with negative if a 2 pair comes up. Ha! Let's do 2, 4 luckies. Is there really any time if it's a negative that you wouldn't just take it? Like, it probably won't be useful, but who knows? It could end up being very useful. Especially because 2 pair gives me enough cards to get this with. Got a lot of clubs everywhere. I did that at once and 8 and... Oh, jeez. So just everything was drawn face down. Sounds fun. It's not ideal. Two pair. That works. Put you in front. Come on. Okay, there we go. It's not higher than these yet, so I'm gonna put it there. But we are finally starting to get somewhere with that. Oh, shit. That is better. Or, well, no, it's negative. It won't actually make any room. Combining those two at once could be really good. Chat, what do you think? Because I love Constellation. I'm gonna open a standard pack first. What are people thinking? It can't be walkie-talkie or 2 pair, it won't help. The Constellation is really good, but we also just... I'm thinking I don't like it, but I'm thinking I get rid of one of these. It's been really useful. But this is so good. This can get easily to ×5. I've done it. Although we are on anti-7, so we might not have the time to... That's a lot of chips added, too. It's hard. I think, unfortunately, just because I want to get this finished, and we're getting really close, I can't risk it. I'd need... I mean, look how many I would need for it to even catch up to what we have on that right now. I think, unfortunately, for now, it's just... We just gotta work with it. I don't like passing it up, because I really love Constellation, just like I wouldn't want to pass up Shortcut, but I don't think it's worth it. -1 hand size. Okay, well, I got an upgrade on it earlier, so. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can get a different. 8 or something. Apparently not. Oh, now. Thanks. That's real helpful. Do this. Okay, There's also this, which still isn't good enough to get that going. So I can play these two. Damn. I think we just lost. Hey! Alright, new run. So close. Foil, it's not worth it for a foil. Yeah, I know. It's doing so well. Had so many negative jokers. Ah, it was gonna be so nice. Hello, old friend. Hello, other old friend. Well, fuck it. I mean, you did me pretty well last time. You're not as good as the previous flower pot I had, but I will admit, you were helping me an awful lot. Might end up doing the same strategy, but it's fine. The plus 10 on this though was so nice. It effectively made each one 30. Hello. I'm so glad I have enough for you. I'm a big fan of 4 fingers. Although technically that's 3 fingers. Thumb isn't a finger. You know, if we can get... Exactly, if we... might not keep Flower Pot around, but I will say it served me pretty well. That is tempting. Yeah, give me something good. Each Joker gains for each card sold. Oh, I hate that one so much, though. Because it resets. What good is it if you reset? It sold for more than I bought you for, though. I don't like that one at all. I don't like anything that's like, oh, it resets, though. Wild is actually good. I'll keep the wild. High card, no. Let's see here. That's no, I need a club. Flower Pot is not easy to work with, I will say. I think last time was a lot of luck. That's good though. Not nearly good enough though. Man, cutting it real close for me, thanks. That's great. Oh, I didn't even realize I had discards. I completely forgot. Three of a kind misprint. Let's do you. I don't know, man. I've been struggling. I think I gotta do it this way. Jack 10. Need a 9. Not helping. Just do this, I guess. Well, that certainly helps. Although apparently not enough. Wonderful. Don't tell me that's your actual flower. You came in late. I had 2 holographic flower pots, and I got really close to actually beating it. It was great, actually. I don't know. It's a decently convincing fake card. But no, it was actually doing really well for me. And I haven't run into much anything better, so. I mean, see, here's the thing, right? Since I don't have quite the attachment to any other Jokers currently, but I do really like Four Fingers. Oh, nice. But yeah, Flower Pot is very hard to use. I will not argue with that, but like literally 5 minutes before you got in here. Not bad actually. That could work. Still just need a 9. God damn it. Every fucking time. Oh, I got rid of the 7. Shit. Face cards don't count as even cards, unfortunately. Oh, you should be over here. E minus 2. I'm telling you, I had 2 of them that were both holographic, and they were doing a lot of work. Those fuckers were helping. I mean, I do have... Do I go flushes this time? I usually go for straights. But it could help. Could certainly help if I go flush. What do you mean, what's a femboy Hooters? You don't know what a femboy Hooters is? You don't know that meme? Man, you might be in the wrong place. I think you wandered into the wrong side of Twitch. This is gay Twitch. A lot of the people who are part of my community are very queer and would automatically know femboy Hooters, the meme. What do you mean not the gay? I'm sorry, but like basically everyone here is, so you might have a problem if if you don't like them. But so many of the spectral cards suck. I know there's a chance for really good ones, but man, I've had some really bad luck. I did not come to snatch you. You came in here, so it's more like the other way around. You know, if we're getting all technical. Yeah, exactly. Technically speaking, I did no such thing. Ah, my favorite card. Damn. So tempting, but I'm not going for straights. High card when in doubt, because you never know when that's gonna save your fucking ass. Alright, fine. Ooh, the trio is good. Flushes. That's pretty good. I really like To the Moon too, though. I mean, Baltro is fucking great. Does anyone not like Baltro? What cool looking one? They're all cool looking. All those 4s is very tempting. Yeah, good thing my schedule is so hectic and I don't have time to play in my free time. Ooh, Smeared is really good for this too. Yeah, we're really building a flush deck. Yeah, I know, but I'm going for flush. Trust me, there is strategy somewhere in my brain. I promise. You know what? This wild should count, right? Oh, I also have this now, so I guess it doesn't matter anymore. But let's see. Does it count? Yes. And they're evens. That's tempting, but I'm not gonna get enough money in time. I don't have enough money for anything. Oh shit, wait, I might. Just gotta try to do this carefully. Wow, not a single one of these is even. That's fantastic. Alright, can I get some even cards to work with? There we go. Those are all even. It was enough. Give me this. Oh, that's not the one where it's a flush, is it? No, straight. Normally I'd go for both of these, but we're doing I default to get it to trying to get straights. It's not the most ideal. Oh wait, I can sort by suit. It's fine. Okay, well. That could be you know, it's probably best if I just... that works for me. It's not the highest scoring I've ever had. Good luck having that happen. But it's not terrible. But we are gonna have to get a decent Joker soon or we're gonna be in trouble. See if we can get some more even black cards. Apparently not. Okay. Every time so close yet so far. Not a lot of cards that build with time. There we go. That would build with time for sure. Taking a slight risk here, but... Alrighty. And we're in trouble. I knew that was probably gonna be a bad idea. But I didn't have anything that built with time, which was gonna be a big problem. Alright. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Alright, let's see here. Full house ain't bad. I don't know if that's one that gets it to you the first shot, but I know if we get a queen in here. I said if we get a queen in here. There we go. That gets it for the small blind first every single time. Except I have no way of buying that shit. Which sucks because I love doing straights and that is a very can I just sell one of you for like $1, please? No? No. Please give me something good in here. Guess we're getting an egg. Alright. Here's hoping. Oh no, we need a 10. That's not great. Shit, I forgot about that. That should definitely help. Okay, phew. What now? 5. Okay. But we get a shit ton of money. I do that like $25 one like every single time. That is extremely valuable. Can't help but notice though. No fucking jokers. Yeah. That was very lucky that. I don't promise or anything to be like real good or nothing, but you know. I'm not completely trash at the game, and that's good enough for me. I guess we could just go hearts. It didn't give me any hearts, that's lovely. I will take a steel card though. starting to notice a bit of a trend. And that is, I'm having very bad luck this time around. What the highest anyone's ever sold the egg for is. Ooh. Going for it. I can't help it. Straights are the best. It's just what my brain automatically goes to. I was hoping for. Hail Mary. $14 whole dollars. Superposition has been good for me in the past. Hone is way too good though. Saturn. Must play 5 cards. That's fine, because if I'm going for straights, I'm going to do that regardless. You want to give me the 7, that's fantastic. This is my problem with steel cards, is once I have them, I don't want to let them go. Which limits how I move. Should have played one of those queens. Fine. This is where I die. Also, chats have been quiet lately. Oh yeah, $4. I'm definitely gonna do that. That is awful close. Noida? What the fuck is Noida? I didn't just mean today, I meant like in general. It's one of the reasons why I was prioritizing when I was sick and wasn't able to do much prioritizing school and streaming on Blue Twitch is because... Ooh... So like a game I'm playing... Roguelike, you say. Like what I'm doing right now. the sound design in this game is really good. Spade cars to move. Okay. That does not help. 5, 4, 3, 2. Still 5, 4, 3, 2. Fuck. Not ideal, but 2 4s is good. Oops, I accidentally blew everything up. Time to go again! To be fair, that is how I feel when I fail this game sometimes. It's like, oops, fucked everything up. Time to try again. Yeah, true. Oh, Mega Buffoon Pack. Give me something good. Castle's pretty good. For $8 if... I'm gonna do this and even Steven. Alright. Let's go. Discards, though, I need to remember to do that. I like Castle a lot. It's one of the few cards that give you chips that I actually like. You know, it's really annoying that I can't mod the chat through the mini chat pop-up. I just... Goodbye, ad bot. You are not welcome here. Judgment, gold. Yeah. Oh, 0 discards. I don't like that. We don't like ad bots here. They are stinky. Stinky, stinky ad bots. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going for, I'm gonna be honest. All I know is I'm working with a lot of face cards and tens. Other than that, not entirely sure what I'm doing. You hear me, rule-breaking advertising bots? You need the shower! It is tempting. I will give it that. But I don't know what I'd replace. I kind of like all of my cards. I probably should have gone for the steel card. I did not realize that's what it was till too late. What do I need to discard? Diamonds again? Aw, man, give me $20. Come on. I like when the game gives me $20. It's my favorite thing. Can I have a single king, please? Oh my fucking god. Yeah, right, Hanging Chad, I believe is what it is called. I'm not sure where this is going, but I will say, I've had things go worse. Hearts, and I don't think we have any of those. See, now this is what I like to call a fuck around and find out. Man, I haven't been getting any fucking money from this bitch. Where's my money? Ah, yes! $20! Tasty, delicious $20. Gotta get dice, yeah. Not wrong. Tasty dollars. Every time the dice shows up for me, though, the problem is every time it shows up, I have one of the bananas, and I don't really want to double the chance of that happening. I'll take that. Makes it a little bit more useful. What do you want? Diamonds. I can do that. A 10 would be delightful. I said a 10 would be delightful. I will say my drawing luck on this is not the best. Whatever. $20. Fuck. No $20. Really? Still. Fine. Whatever. Play those. Hopefully I can get 4 of a kind or full house. Oh, now you decide to show up. Thank you. That's great. I have the worst luck with the bananas too. That's why whenever the dice is there, I'm like, oh, I know it would be so useful for some cards, but man, I cannot. I already have terrible luck with the bananas. Can't risk it. Gets that alright. That might be better than misprint. The seals could be pretty good. Especially if you get one where it's like, oh, X amount of cards with seals on them increases the multiplication. Again, I don't know where I'm going with this, but there's a lot of times where I have like kind of a janky deck, and I do fine, and somehow I win and I finish the game. I never really fully understand how it happens, but it does, and I just go with it. Other times I have like this Joker set up that it's like this perfect, beautiful strategy, and I like don't finish. But a lot of the times I have finished, and I've actually beaten a deck, it has been like the jankiest, like most nonsensical setup in the world. Ooh, hologram. Oh, hologram with this? I apologize. You're gonna have to go. It's too good. Smile and nod, but that's me with this game every time I like win. Just smile and nod. Oh. Proceeds to lose to exactly every time. Single random rank. I don't like that. Proceeds to lose terribly. We have a lot of clubs we can discard, so I like that. Oh, the dog is barking. What do we have? Nope. It's always nope. Diamonds. Once again. That's not terrible though. I am happy to have that around. Oh, now I don't have a 10. God damn it. I gave up on the straight. I shouldn't. I should have had faith. Should have kept the faith. Turns the left card into... So I think... Yes. actually not bad for a high card. Yee, scraping by. Wish we had a 10 or a 4. I don't like doing that, but I think that is my best bet, unfortunately. Whoosh! Yeah, every time I get a good setup, I like fail. And then every time I have like this weird amalgamation of cards that like really seem like they wouldn't work very well together, all of a sudden, everything starts to work out. Always draw 3 cards. Got it. Clubs. Don't have room. Again, not ideal, but... Ah yes! I forgot. That is how we are playing this. However, that will work nicely. I did not think with this particular grouping of cards I would make it this far. Doing better than I thought I would. Wheel! I go for it every time and it burns me every time. Anything better in here? Oh, I hate that. Nah. Let's see. Hearts. Use it now? Damn. I'll never stop hoping. Bad. Now this is where I would want to the ooh. Huh. This may not be the smartest decision I've ever made. But I have a plan. 3 in a row! Okay, now it's getting ridiculous. Now Wheel just doesn't like me. No, I don't want to destroy any cards. I feel like... Now let's find out. Does it decrease this? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good to know. we keep leveling up that. Alright, extra large blind, let's go. Let's see what we can do. Not dead yet. Should have done more discards. Add 4. Times 5. Damn. Looking pretty good there. Alright. Yeah, that times 5, man. Does this reset? I don't know. Kind of liking the setup I got right now. I think we can do it. Yes! Oh, that was good luck. That was very lucky. I'd like more 10s if I could get them. Man! Because it's adding so many chips to it. I don't think anything I have is better, though. Oh shit, that's just loading chips on chips. it's just adding so many fucking chips. And this is times 6. I usually don't play with cards that give me chips, but shit, I guess I should have been. Take another 4. Have a Discord message? From who? Oh, another holographic 4 too. Honestly, I think we might be able to do it. We'll keep this going for longer. See, this is what I mean. Every time it's like a janky, like, set of jokers that I don't understand, this happens. I always do so well. The banana. Which would be tempting if I didn't have, like, really fucking good stuff right now. Alright, I'm gonna do that just in case. It's all the chips, man. It was really helping. I mean, look at this. 260, 153. Should do that just in case. I'm getting like 400 free chips for nothing, and I have it times 7. Hologram in combination with certificate is so fucking good. Oh, wait, full house the best. Let's see how long we can go with this shit. I mean, why not? I'm appreciating cards that give you chips more than I thought, than I was before. I won't say no to a free straight. And so many of them have V's on them. For that. Oh, 2 Earths! Man, how lucky can you fucking get? That's fucking amazing, that. How much are we up to this on the... Oh, it's beautiful. Level 11. Nice. Glass card, gold card. Oh shit, well. That's gonna make what I was doing before a little harder. It'll still be enough though. I have all these steel cars now. I don't wanna discard anything. I have steel cards. Earth is, Earth has really been the saving grace here. I really need some negative jokers, because, like, that's very tempting, but honestly, everything I have is working, it just works so well together. I don't really want to get rid of anything. Alright, here's where it starts to get tricky though, because it's gonna start going up way fast. And I have a pretty scalable deck here and all, but it can get messy. That goes up every single round we play. Honestly, we're not using aces very much. I don't know if I've ever upgraded anything to level 12. I don't know if I've ever gotten that far. Whew, okay. Gotta lock in. Another Earth, yes! It's getting really close. I would love to see this go to 10. I don't know if I... Ooh, lucky cards. got a drink. Gobby goth IHOP. This might be where we die. Yeah, I would have loved to see this get up to a ×10. But unfortunately, I don't think it's in the cards. This is the last thing. No, I don't get any more. Well, this is the best we got. And I don't think it'll be enough. Ah, barely. Ah. Damn. That was good, though. That was surprisingly good, in fact. Still got quite a few missing jokers. Huh. Some of these are real specific. I haven't discovered every planet card. Oh, these must be all the... I love Yorick. Yeah, it was a great run, actually. I'll do one more. And then I'm gonna end for the day. Since it has to be a short one, should we fuck around with Black Deck, see what happens? Fuck around and find out with Black Deck. It says every round my hand gets smaller, so, you know, it might be nice to just skip a bunch that I can. Random deck is crazy. I've seen. It scares me. They're bigger. I don't think this one is. I think this one is actually gonna be very short. Just because it decreases every single fucking round. But I don't want this stream to be too long, so it is the perfect time to use it. Shouldn't that have gone down? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, card held. Okay. Well, that's good for steel cards in the future, I suppose. Ooh. I want that negative joker. Yeah, I'm not realizing my problem is that I just used all my 10s. skip. This is probably doomed anyway. Oh! Well. Let's see what happens. You'd be surprised how many times that's worked out for me. Wow, okay, dee. The fish has only actually made me fail once. The rest of the time I just fuck around and find out. I mean, well, it's a negative, so it doesn't really matter. Thought it said my hand was supposed to decrease every round. I haven't seen that happen yet. Interesting. I don't know what the black deck means. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. Sure, on top of already having an extra Joker slot, we'll just stack on the fucking negatives. Why the fuck not? Someone wanna give me a 10 here? No? Well, that's fantastic. Now we're gonna go into debt. I love going into debt. Whatever, just throw a bunch of... I usually don't encounter the dudes until later. Now we're going to lose. Which is fine, because honestly I did not expect to actually do well. So it doesn't matter. Although I was curious to see what that negative Joker was gonna be. I was expecting that to be a little longer, make it to a full 2 hours, but well. Is there anyone to raid? Who do we have to raid? Oh shit. Sure, let's go figure out what's going on in Chapter 5 of Ace Attorney. Trials and Tribulations. I really like with this, so we're going there because I want to watch it.
Yo, Emo Dust Bunny, thank you for the raid. How you doing? Good vibes? I hope you're well. I am playing Ace Attorney. We are at a very critical moment. Things are getting crazy. And thank you for the resub for 4 months. I hope you're doing great, Emo Dust Bunny. Thank you. How was your stream? I suspect Godot is probably the person in this case, but I don't think throwing Godot at the problem is going to make the problem go away. But I'm still down to try. It's your favorite trial? I can see why. This one really is pretty great. This is making everything that Phoenix Wright is very clear. It really is bringing all of its details to the front. So there's two things I want to sort of comprehend. Light of the Stone Lantern is probably the important thing. We're just going to throw the lantern at her. Think fast. So there was a man standing behind your attacker. Yeah. That man. He's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed. Otherwise known as Misty Faye, your mama. The killer? Maya. You know who killed your mama, don't you? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? No. To be frank, Your Honor, I think she's in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony. Huh? What do you mean? What's the problem? Maya. On the night of the crime, the stone lantern was out of commission. Huh? What? It's true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night. No! Order in the court. Mr. Godot, explain this. Add the pureness of milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir. That is the state of the witness's mind right now. A cup of cafe au latte. Cafe au lait? Is that even legal? No French in the courtroom, Godot. Mr. Tright's words are the milk and you are the spoon, Your Honor. I'm a spoon? I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know. Final Fantasy IV reference? Are there any other spoony bards in media I should know about? It has to be Final Fantasy IV. I think that is the spoony bard. I don't know. He's such a gamer. He's such an OG gamer, this guy. Anyway. You must have heard it too, Trey. This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now. It's not hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that. Sorry, but that's not gonna cut it. What did you say? If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony. Nick? May I? Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person like that standing behind her attacker, and she's quite clearly described him as a man. Ah! In other words, you lying. Despite it being so dark, she couldn't see the face of her own attacker. No! Oh, we're good at this. Order, order, order. What in the world does this mean, Mr. Wright? Are you saying Miss Faye saw the real killer under pitch black conditions? Trite, do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? There are no other light source at the scene. There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot. Ding? Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark. And now, you're trying to cover for him. Cover? For the man that killed her mother? There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who this man is. Please, Nick. I don't want to send Gumshoe to jail. I don't know anything. Please, I'm begging you. Gumshoe's going to jail. You talk a good game, Trite, but let's see if you can walk the walk. It was pitch black, so what could the witness see? I'm calling your bluff. No, Nick, don't! Please, stop! What if Godot's her dad? Imagine if Godot's her dad. Maya's dead set on protecting this guy. I'm definitely guessing it's Godot. Man who murdered Maya's long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth. All right, Mr. Wright, time to show us what you've got. Who was the person that you say Miss Faye saw in the darkness? Probably the guy with lights stapled to his face. Let's go with that. Because it was pitch black, Miss Faye was able to recognize the killer easily. I'm sure the court would like to see for itself how this was possible, yes? What? How do you propose to show us something like that? It's easy. We just need to recreate the conditions of that night. Conditions? Your Honor, the defense officially requests that all the lights in this courtroom be turned off. What? I'm scared of the dark. Phoenix Wright, how dare you? Huh. Oh, look, it's Mr. Toaster for eyes. That was a nice bit of deduction. That's right. All right, clap on again. Well, everyone, this is the man Maya saw on the night of the murder. Order, order, order. Prosecutor Godot, what is the meaning of this? Surely you must be shocked to hear yourself accused of such a thing. Why aren't you denying it? Your Honor, you're asking the wrong person. What? What do you mean by that? Should I be slurping him right now? Did he guess wrong? Tell me he guessed wrong. If you got a question, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. Well, Maya, how about it? What you saw that night? Was it 3 glowing red lines? Well, witness, answer the question. Yeah, you're wrong. Yeah, you're wrong is what I said. You're wrong. I never saw that. Maya? I thought the person that stabbed my mother was a man for a totally different reason. What? Oh, goody. That means I get to slurp Phoenix Wright. Stop your chattering, Your Honor. Chattering? If it's worth asking, ask the witness. That's one of my rules. All right. Well, then, let's continue with the testimony. Please tell us how you knew the killer was a man. Yes, Your Honor. I didn't realize it until after I woke up, but... Another round. Wow. When I came to, I was just laying there on the training hall floor. By the time I got back to the garden, the place had totally changed. The torches were lit, the body was gone. And all the snow on the stone lantern had been carefully cleaned up too. Since the person did all that work alone, I just assumed it was a man. Really? That's weak. So it was after the crime took place that the witness came to think the killer was a man. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, Your Honor, No need to apologize, sweet bean. It is as Mr. Godot said, you are utterly exhausted. It's only natural that you would be a little confused. A lot of lenience going on here. Also, if you consider the situation you described, it doesn't seem too much of a stretch to assume that the culprit was a man. Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Okay, not much to go through. Good time to save, though. I'm still thinking it's possible it's Godot, but honestly, I don't know why it would be. It fit then. I don't know if it'll ever fit again. So you lost consciousness when you were in the garden, is that right? Yes, I think it happened when the victim was stabbed. So then the person that carried you into the inner temple? Could have only been the killer. Wonder who that was. That's what I think, too. So the killer carried Maya to the inner temple? Naturally, the killer must have done it, right? Yes, I think so. But why would the killer tamper with the crime scene like that? There must have been something the killer desperately wanted to hide. I don't know. Looks like she doesn't have enough confidence. I think I need to gather some information before I ask her again. Torches roulette? Yes. That's how I noticed the whole scene had changed. I'm gonna say it was the killer who lit the torches. I mean, who else could it be? Killer probably lit them since it was impossible to do any cover-up work in the dark. However, if that's true, there's one thing that still bothers me. Why did the killer go to the effort of moving the body? That's true, it's hard to see. And that would be of any advantage to the killer. The only one who'd gain anything from that would be the only person that was at the inner temple, Maya. Very well, let's hear some more about the condition of the crime scene. So you're saying the killer cleaned up the snow? The snow was removed in an unnatural-looking rectangle shape around the lantern. There was a lot of shovels around the inner temple, but they're all really heavy, way too heavy for me to use. An odd fellow indeed, this killer. Why on earth would anyone want to take snow away? Just leave snow where it is, that's what I always say. But there's one thing I can think of. Didn't you say that a lot of the victims' blood sprayed onto the snow? Yeah, the area collapsed and ended up being splattered. In other words, the killer's purpose was to hide the bloody snow. I think that's the most reasonable explanation. Perhaps. However, there's something that's bothering me. The killer just wanted to hide the snow with blood on it. There was no need to remove that amount. That's true. He could have just scooped up the little snow that was stained with blood. Looks like there's some mystery behind this issue. But I think this will help explain them. What do you got? So you're saying that you never saw the killer, right? Yeah. But earlier you very clearly stated that you saw a man behind your attacker. Yeah. Nick, I'm sorry. The killer certainly went through a lot of trouble. Moving the body by pendulum, manipulating the crime scene. But for what purpose? Why do all that? Maybe Maya knows more than she's letting on. Why is she protecting the person who functionally killed her mother? Just assumed it was a man. What is a man? Miserable pile of secrets. Blood doesn't match the victims? Isn't that crazy? I think I used the knife on this one. But that might still be too soon. Witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. That's what you say every time that you don't know what you're saying. You will be slurped for that. Wow. That's enough. I know we are so close to finishing this trial and it all being over. We are so close, I swear to God. But I think we should just give up for now. I don't even care who goes to jail anymore. The case is extremely clear. There's no room for misinterpretation of the facts. Court finds the defendant, Iris of Hazakura Temple, guilty. Oh, I guess I'm okay with that. Wow, I can't believe he just gave up like that. Yeah, it's actually quite silly this late in the game for him to be like, you had a soul, game over. Also around the stone temple, the lantern had been cleaned up too. I don't have a lot of leads on this one. I'm not really sure what approach to take. still no. Bum, 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 bum. Any chance you guys can give me a hint? Anyone want to point me in the right direction here? What's weird about the cleanup? The rectangle nature of the snow. The problem is, I don't know how to communicate that. Yeah, I pressed all her statements. There wasn't really a lot to get from them. I guess I'll press her again. I was hiding the evidence for your sake. I never knew you were the only one at the inner temple that night. Did I not press this one? What? How did I not press that one? They did it for your sake? Well, if the body and the blood hadn't been removed, you'd have been immediately been the prime suspect, right? Yes, I suppose that's true. Yeah, and if that happened, the body would have caused some other problems too. If the real identity had come out right then, it would have been terrible. I don't think Maya would have been able to handle it. But still, it's rather difficult to fathom the killer's motives. What reason is there to go through that much trouble to protect you? What indeed? For your sake that the killer cleaned up the evidence of what happened. Now it's knife time. Hi, Pite. How you doing? Oh god, oh fuck, it's not knife time! It was never knife time! One more slurp. Damn it. If you're cleaning up for a murder like this, what would you remove, especially for Maya's sake? What would the killer be thinking during the cleanup? Could it be the Kurain Master Talisman? No, that's not it either, which is stupid because that is where it was found. Of all the silly things, that is where it was found. in order to cover for Maya? What were they doing wrong? No, like, I actually have no idea. If this wasn't it, I've tried the knife, I've tried this. What was working against the killer during the cleanup? Bloody orb? I'm gonna badge. I'm gonna badge so hard. It's like, is it this? It's not the murder weapon. Like, this doesn't make any sense. The really big thing with Maya's name on it. Like, I did already try this. The stone lantern is a really big thing with Maya's name on it. That is pretty stupid. It was almost too easy. Yeah, wow. I guess I definitely was overthinking that one. Okay. The body of Elise Duanin was carried all the way to Hazakura Temple's courtyard. Then at the garden, the real scene of the crime. The snow that we suspect was covered in blood was scooped up and removed. It's reasonable to believe all this was done in an attempt to hide the true crime scene. However, there's still one matter that seems somewhat odd. And what would that be? We must have figured it out by now, Mr. Godot. Is the message written in blood on the lantern? It was written very clearly on the white stone lantern. Maya. If the killer was so motivated to protect Maya from suspicion, then why didn't they wipe the waiting off the lantern? Oh, you're right. Order, order, order. But, Mr. Wright, isn't it a fact that the killer was trying to cover up the crime scene? Indeed, but it doesn't make much sense to move the body and remove the bloody snow. Then not wipe off the most incriminating thing of all, the bloody writing. But if that's the case, do you have an explanation for the killer's mysterious behavior? Why would this killer move the body and remove all the snow, but then leave the bloody writing on the lantern? You tell me. I don't know what the killer's plan was, but it's a fact that the killer left the writing on the lantern. There must be a reason for it. Gee, I wonder. Maybe it's because he couldn't see red on white. Well then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your opinion. I want to get to the point where I just want to get to the point where it's like Godot did it, like obviously. Do we have to go through every piece of evidence to get there? And I know the answer is yes. Why did the killer leave the message and run? The killer didn't notice it. We're getting there. We're slowly but surely, we're getting there. Prosecutor Godot, earlier in this trial, you gave me some good advice. Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be the truth. Maybe you're not as dumb as I thought. The real killer wanted to disguise the fact that a crime had occurred there. If that's the case, they wouldn't have left the bloody writing on the stone lantern on purpose. Therefore, it must mean that they didn't notice it. But that doesn't make any sense. The torches were all lit and everything. There's no way any normal person would miss something as glaring as that. You're right. There's no way any normal person would. What are you trying to say, Mr. Wright? There's only one person involved in this incident who could have missed seeing the bloody writing altogether. And who might that be? Who is the person that could have failed to notice the bloody writing? Finally! Finally! This is gonna be one time. Swish! First try. Mr. Godot. This is what you said yesterday. My eyesight's pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Can't believe he would say that. You can't see everything? Is that correct, Mr. Godot? This lantern was submitted as evidence today. I would like the court to think back to the moment it was first presented. This lantern. Something written on it. What nonsense. There's nothing on that lantern. doesn't even know what he doesn't know. There are certain colors you can't see, correct? You can't see red on a white background, can you? That's right. We went through this once before. During the poisoning case at Trevian. This is the apron the lifeless bird was wearing at the time, and somehow spilled coffee on. What about the blood of her victims? Do you see that? Blood of her victims? What blood of her victims? You can see the coffee on the wet apron, but you couldn't see the ketchup because it was red. Huh. It's strange. In a black and white photo, those letters would have appeared black to me. I wonder, why am I the only one who can't see them? Wait a minute. Are our pictures black and white? We don't have a picture of that place. So then, Mr. Godot, are you admitting it? Oh, there it is. You're admitting that you can't see red writing on a lantern? Hey, Gramps. Didn't you know? That's the reason why I don't drink red tea. Oh, he's missing out. Red tea's pretty great. I wasn't sure about it until now. I just can't believe it. Prosecutor Godot's the murderer. But there's no going back now. I finally figured out the truth. Mr. Godot, the defense at this time formally accuses you. You are the murderer of Miss Elise Dewin, also known as Misty Fey. It's hard to believe this may be true, however. Once again, Mr. Wright has brought up a disquieting fact about you. Huh. Just make sure you don't fill up the indictment on red ink, Gramps. Come on, how does a little graffiti make me into the killer? Besides, it's not like it's my name that's written down. I'm certain that the killer wasn't able to see the color red. This is rich. Do go on, Trite. The answer's right there at the crime scene. In the snow. Snow? How so? Well, for example, why did the killer move all the snow? Your Honor said it yourself. If he wanted to hide the bloody snow, why not take out just that area? It's because he didn't know where the blood was. He just knew that blood was there. Ah. The killer couldn't see the red blood that had seeped onto the snow. And so he had to remove all of the snow. Couldn't be sure of where the blood had landed, so he removed the whole area. Isn't it more likely that the killer couldn't see the blood because it was dark? It's also possible. Oh, no. Not a chance. The torches were all lit. He would have been able to see just fine. It seems that once again this trial has taken an unexpected turn, to say the least. Can you explain this, Mr. Godot? Yeah, how are you gonna get out of this? Or are we just gonna have screaming matches? I was down to have a screaming match. Oh, Maya, you wanna start the screaming match? Wait just a minute. Maya? What is it, witness? Mr. Godot isn't the killer. After all, he didn't even come to the inner temple until 2 days after the murder took place. He didn't show up until after the old bridge got fixed. Maya. Ding? You can't testify to something like that. Why? What do you mean? I may not look it, but After the murder happened, you didn't even exist. She didn't? I'm afraid I don't follow. Are you senile, old man? We established this just a while ago. After the murder, this witness was unconscious for a long time. Because she was channeling Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, that's right. Please, Your Honor, let me add my testimony. Nick, please listen to me. Maya, do you plan to cover for Godot no matter what the cost? If that's the case, then I've got no choice. Your Honor, let's hear her testimony. This means we're going to hear the whole truth. I say we should not silence her. Huh, nicely done, Trey. Very well, one more round of silly court. Please tell us what happened at the inner temple after the murder. Yes, sir. After I woke up, I began channeling, and my spirit left me, as it were. The little Pearly was there at the inner temple, too. All right, let's talk about pearls. She was? Pearly was also stuck on the inner temple side that night. The next morning, she looked around but couldn't find anyone. The next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the sprayer prep room, and that's when Mr. Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. He found Pearly first and cheered her right up. Couldn't imagine Godot cheering anybody up. Who is this Pearly? That's my little cousin, Pearl Fay. So what did you hear about this? Just a while ago, when I was in the medical office. I'm terribly sorry. But what you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony. What? Come on! Pearly would never tell a lie. She's way more honest person than I'll ever be. True. The prosecution has no objection. We believe the witness. Mr. Godot. Let's just move on to the cross-examination, if the defense has no objections. This is highly unusual, but what else isn't in this court? Well, Mr. Wright. Let's get to this cross-examination. Let's do this. But first, it would be awful if we condemned Iris to a life in jail, so let's make sure we save. So, where'd you think Pearl slept that night? In the spare prep room next to the training hall, I guess. There's a rule that you can't enter the training hall during an acolyte's training. But even so, why did she go to the inner temple in the first place? It seems that Pearls became very worried about Maya. She knew the spiritual training I was about to undergo was very intense. Pearls was supposed to channel Dahlia Hawthorne, but she couldn't do it. That's why she headed to the inner temple. However, Dahlia Hawthorne was already there, possessing the body of Elise Doolin. She searched the entire inner temple side, end to end. Well, you see, Pearl got very scared when she's alone, and there weren't that many places to look. She says that she even went back and forth several times. The inner temple side had two structures, the training hall and a spare prep room. There's also a storage shack, that's about it. We never even saw this storage shack. Pearls are looking for other people, right? Would she really have examined the storage shack all that carefully? Well, if it was me, that would be the first place I would investigate. So that means it's possible that someone might have been hiding in the storage shack. I don't even know where that is. Pearls did hear the sound of them working on the bridge. What do you mean? I was just wondering why she would stay in the prep room. If it was me, I'd at least go and wait at the foot of the bridge. Oh, well, Pearlie said she was sleeping at the time. She said she was so scared during the night that she couldn't sleep well and woke up a bunch of times. Poor little girl, all alone like that. Well, I know that she at least had one friend in the sacred cavern. Dahlia Hawthorne was busy battling with the trick lock. She couldn't let anyone see her, so she wouldn't have shown herself to Pearls. What happened after the bridge was finally fixed? So it was your first time on the inner temple side, Mr. Godot? That's funny. Am I imagining things, or did the defense ask me a question? Mr. Wright, please save your questions for the witness. No. What you heard from someone else is simply not admissible as testimony. Oh, we're making up new rules today. Those are your words, Your Honor. Touché, Mr. Wright. Oh well, what did you have to say, Mr. Godot? Hot nights and even hotter coffee. That's what I always say. If it hadn't been for this case, I never would have visited there. A freezing cold temple in the mountains? I think I'll pass. So he'd never visited Hazakura Temple or the Inner Temple. You want to say something? In any case, I have to find a crack in Godot's armor. He cheered her up? That's what Pearlie said. She said he was a very nice older gentleman. Thank you for looking after my cousin, Mr. Godot. And here I was thinking you were nothing more than a coffee addict. Huh. Cut it out. You're making me blush. This guy's really beginning to get on my nerves in more ways than one. The truth is, there aren't that many places to look on the Inner Temple side. Policemen were all busy going over the garden with a fine-tooth comb. So I decided to carry out an investigation in my own way, Godot style. I'm the same way. I like to hand down verdicts in my own way, judge style. Maybe I should ask some questions Phoenix style. I guess I could do both. How'd you cheer up Pearls? When I found that little girl, the first thing she asked was about her cousin, Naya Faye. Really? The bridge had burned down and she was huddled up in that tiny shack with no heat. Even though she might have had a truly frightening night up there. She asked about you before she said a thing about herself. Aw, Pearl. I noticed you weren't anywhere on the Inner Temple side, but I couldn't find it in me to tell her that. So I gave her my last cup. Your last cup of coffee? With milk and sugar to hide the bitterness of the harsh truth. That might be a metaphor. I'm not sure if he actually gave her coffee. What a sweet story. You had a thermos of coffee? Why does that surprise me? There's only one thing of importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? Must have already been at the Inner Temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise doing it. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he didn't. I get if he carries a thermos of coffee, but my question is, where is he getting the cream and sugar from? Where's he hiding that? You said that you conducted an investigation of your own. Did you find anything? Looks like my investigation went about as well as yours, Trite. After all, I did miss the bloody writing on the lantern. I also missed that, so don't feel too bad. The only odd thing I discovered was the beauty in the training halls. You mean Maya? Beauty? Misty Faye, naturally. You're into older women. Clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue and aroma of Western tastes. Is that how she dresses? That doesn't look like a Japanese garb. Western tastes? Can you find a stranger way to describe gravy? Oh, that's what you mean. That's weird. So from there, you headed for the prep room? Wait a sec. What did Godot just say now? I think I just found his proverbial weak spot. There's only one thing of any importance here. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? Must have already been at the Inner Temple when it happened. Otherwise, he couldn't have killed Elise doing it. Okay. Found Pearl first and cheered her right up. We didn't get a change. Didn't get a change in dialogue for this. We didn't get something new to the testimony. Do we just present this? I gotta save first. Stab in the dark. Stab in the dark. If Iris goes to jail, that's just how it goes. Okay, Iris is definitely going to jail. She's definitely going to jail. And you're getting slapped for that, Phoenix. Damn it. I had to try. Sorry, Iris. No! Okay, let's think a little harder then. I'm probably first and cheered her right up. Could I... Mr. Godot arrived at the Inner Temple for the first time. Next day, when the bridge was finally fixed, she was in the spare prep room. Couldn't find anyone. Stuck at the Inner Temple that night. It's difficult. I have to try and remember this order of operations. When Pearl smeared gravy? when did she do that? It had to have been... It had to have been the night of the murder. Then Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. From Pearly first and shared her right up. But she's saying it was 2 days later? Next morning. She did it the night of the murder. And then Godot arrived at the inner temple for the first time. Saw Gravy Lady. For the first time. I gotta press this again. What was his investigation? So from there you headed to the prep room? From there you headed to the prep room. Where was Godot when the murder was taking place? Okay, there we go. Mr. Godot, the first time you crossed Dusky Bridge and went into the inner temple was long before the murder took place. But why do you say that? Because he just made one fatal slip-up. The hanging scroll in the training hall. Hanging scroll? But Mr. Godot is right. The scroll shows a picture of my mother. Maya, I know you know who it is, but here's something you didn't know. By the time the bridge had been repaired 2 days after the murder, the hanging scroll in the training hall looked like this. Oh, what's that with the wonderfully delicious smell? The morning after the crime, someone covered it with gravy. Gravy? But why gravy, Nick? Because gravy was much more than a condiment to the culprit. Well, Mr. Godot, if you really hadn't seen the hanging scroll until after the murder, you wouldn't have had any way of knowing that it was Misty Faye. Wait a minute, Nick. Yeah? Take another look at the hanging scroll. Look at the top. There's a crest there. Ah, that is the mark of the master, correct? Exactly. So, if you know what the meaning of the mark, you could have guessed that there was a picture of Misty Faye on there. No. Mr. Godot did describe what was underneath like this, clad in her stunning Japanese garb, surrounded by the hue of Western aroma. Oh. Yes, it's possible that he knew what the crest meant. However, he couldn't have known that she was wearing Japanese clothing. Mr. Godot, on the day of the murder, you were hiding at the inner temple long before the crime took place. Can I ask you just one little thing, Trite? What is that? The whole theory of yours. It's all resting on a certain assumption. That I knew beforehand that a crime was going to be committed. That's right! Otherwise, there's no reason for him to sneak onto the crime scene. Maya, we could wrap this up in like 2 seconds if you just cooperated. Of course, Mr. Godot knew about the plan. Huh? What did you just say? Is it really possible that another person knew of the plan? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. This is, well, this is the only thing that would have given him even a little bit of a clue as to the plan. It could be possible that Pearly showed it to him to be like, hey, what does this word mean? And that very well may have been what cheered her up a bit. It is like the only piece of evidence I can think of in this case. I'll just go with it. The crime was actually planned over a year ago. Morgan Fay opted the plan for her daughter's future. And these instructions were hidden somewhere in the Fay Manor. However, by the time Little Pearls found these instructions, they had already been unsealed. Unsealed? Yes, the killer had read these instructions long before Pearls ever found them. That's how he knew the crime was to take place at the Inner Temple. Oh, wow, really? He found them? And you still insist this crafty killer is me? You bet I do. But you just said that the instructions were hidden. But that's right! Mr. Godot couldn't have known where the instructions were hidden. No. If he really wanted to know, he had one great chance to find out. Yes, and when was that? During a visit. A visit? Morgan Fay told her daughter Pearl about where the instructions were hidden. During one of her visits to the detention center. That would be the only time for someone to have learned where they were hidden. Eavesdropping on a visit to the detention center. Yes, it could be arranged if you were someone with easy access in and out of there. Like, for example, a prosecutor such as Mr. Godot. Order. Mr. Godot, you're under fire again. This murder could not have been carried out without the prior knowledge. And you were the only one who could have acquired... oh my god, I'm getting so tired of reading. You were the only one who could have acquired this information before the murder. Big slurp. Humans are afraid of the dark, and yet, at the same time, we're fascinated and bewitched by it. Maybe that's why humans drink the darkness that is coffee. That's not why we do it. We drink it because it gets us wired. Sorry for always asking, but what does that mean? It means there's a reason for everything. According to your theory, the killer in this case is eavesdropping. On a conversation during a jail visit where he learned of a hidden plan for a crime. After discovering the plans, he hid in the inner temple and waited for the crime to occur. Then he ultimately took a person's life. And he did all of that just to protect this witness. Yeah-huh? If you're accusing me of this crime, I have to ask you, why would I do this? This girl's nothing but a stranger to me. I've got no reason to go through that kind of trouble to protect her. That's what you think. I am what you see. I am certainly not the type to rescue a damsel in distress. Time to save. Killer's behavior is certainly extreme, for a lack of a better word. Even considering when the killer wanted to protect this witness's life, his behavior is still a little too unnatural. However, you had a good reason, didn't you, Mr. Godot? An unshakable reason that forced you to protect this witness at all costs. I knew it. You figured it out, haven't you, Nick? I've known since the start. I don't know why we're doing this. Maya. I guess you're doing your best to cover for Godot. For the same reason, huh? The song slaps, just saying. Okay, try it, I'm all ears. Let's hear it. It's very simple. Maya Fey is a lot more than just a stranger to you. What's this? There's one person who lies at the very center of this whole story. One person that ties Mia Fey... Oh, sorry, spoiled it. One person who ties Maya together with Mia. There's a very good reason why Maya Fey's life is so precious to you. After all, she's Mia Fey's only sister. Ding! Mia Fey. You once worked alongside her. That was when you were a defense attorney. Wait a second here. Mr. Godot is a defense attorney? I thought he was a prosecutor. When did you switch sides? With your honor's piercing intellect, you must have figured it out by now. The real name of this man who calls himself Godot. His real name is Diego Armando. Isn't that right? Oh, yo, Aelita, what up? Oh, boy. Thank you for the rain. Aelita, hope you had a good stream. What were you playing today? Good vibes, everybody. Welcome in. Just so you know, mega spoilers territory. We are at the very, very, very end of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 3. Third game in the series. And this is the last chapter. We are at the last 10 minutes of the last chapter of the last game of the series. So if you are not familiar with Ace Attorney, do be warned. We seriously, if you came in a second earlier, I would have just spoiled the whole series for you. So that's what's going on over here. If you gotta go, if you gotta take care, if you gotta do post-stream stuff, go do that. But if you're a big fan of Ace Attorney, we are getting to the good stuff. We are deep in the good stuff right now. The smell of black coffee. But I hope you had a great stream. Thank you for raiding, Aelita. I appreciate you. And we gotta play some Mario Party sometime soon. Hope everyone's doing well today. Yes, this is definitely the climax of the series, and good word too. Honestly, it's been a great series. Great game, great series. And we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. As you were saying, Mr. Godot. Last chance, everybody. It was over 6 years ago. Diego Armando. That name rings a bell. It should, Your Honor. All of this is related to a single case. Flashback. A case in which a convict named Terry Follis killed himself. Mia Fey's first time in court. The tragic outcome left a deep wound in her heart. She knew that behind it all was a heartless, scheming demoness in disguise. But in the end, Mia couldn't tear off that disguise. She tried, though. She got real close. However, there was one man who reached out to help her. Diego Armando, a senior defense attorney at the office where Mia worked. Oh, that looked like it hurt. The only time a lawyer can cry is when it's all over. Fading, fading, fading. I was moved by her. The way she put all her faith in her clients. That pure, sweet heart of hers. That's why I could never forgive Dahlia Hawthorne. Mia and I thoroughly investigated that fake kidnapping incident. Then one fateful day, Dahlia wanted to meet with me. It had been 6 months since the trial. We met in the courthouse cafeteria. Ah, the most neutral and sacred of grounds. 6 years ago, right here in this courtroom, you were poisoned. Even I didn't see it coming. Slurp. Dahlia Hawthorne slipped some poison into my coffee. Some newspapers at the time called it a murder. Very little information about the case was released to the press. But you weren't dead at all. No official reports ever called it a murder. It was just in a deep, deep coma. I see. My body shut down and my life became nothing but a long, deep sleep. That woman's poison did a real number on my central nervous system. I lost my sight, and all my hair turned white due to the damage it caused. That's terrible. Apparently, it was a miracle that I ever regained consciousness. 5 years had passed since I drank that poisoned brew. And he still drinks coffee like a motherfucker. And one morning, my eyes flew open, and the smell of a doctor's cup of coffee. I brought him back to life, just like a damn cartoon. 5 years? You were asleep for 5 years. And the worst possible news was waiting for me. Mia Fey was dead. From that very moment I opened my eyes, I had already lost everything I thought I had. The woman I loved had been murdered, and the woman I loathed had been sentenced to death. The woman you loathed? The woman who spiked my scalding hot coffee, Dahlia Hawthorne. Slurp. Ha, good old Mia. She didn't let me down. She got her revenge before she checked out. In the end, there wasn't anyone waiting for me when I woke up. That's so sad! What way to go? You made Maya cry! Just Maya. Only Maya's crying. For someone like me, for someone who had slept away their best days, there were only 2 reasons left to live. And it's for those 2 reasons that I decided to become a prosecutor. If I may ask, what were the other 2 reasons? The first was you, Trite. Me? Aw, I blush. If I hadn't drank that stupid poison, Mia Fey never would have died, much less the way she did. So you're saying she died because I was a bad partner? Not because anything I did, just because I wasn't you? Rude. You were the only one that was there to protect her. But you let her die. It was all your fault. That's a bit mean. It's not really my fault. Kind of a bit... It was a little bit much. It wasn't like that. I wanted to see for myself what kind of a man you really were. So that's why you became a prosecutor? My other reason for living? She goes by the name of Maya Fey. She's also my reason for living. We're so relatable. Huh? You mean me? You were the only way I could make it up for the sin of not saving Maya. 1 year ago, when the Kurain village incident was resolved, it was obvious that Morgan Fey was planning something. Whatever her evil plan was, I was determined to stop it. My role as a prosecutor put me in the perfect position to do something about her. So that's how you overheard Pearl's visit with Morgan at the detention center? I knew that the time was drawing near. Since I knew the plan, I thought I could foil it. My goal was to outwit the plan. I thought if I could do that, I could keep that girl from being caught up in it. That makes sense. So that's why you killed Maya's mom. That makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. That's stupid. You're stupid. Stop being stupid. If Pearls had known that the actual purpose of the plan was to kill Maya, she never would have helped out. Finally, the day of the plan was drawing near. I contacted both of my accomplices. Accomplices? Iris of Hazakura Temple, Misty Fey. I especially needed the help of Iris. Yeah, no need to all caps swear, man. Take it easy. Take it easy. We know you don't like Godot. She was to take the fall in my backup plan in case we couldn't control Pearl Fey. But how did you contact my mother? She'd been missing for almost 20 years. Officially, yes. What? What do you mean, officially? You've heard about it, haven't you? About the strong ties between the main family and the government. Wait, what? Really? Bikini did say something to that effect. She said the Master of Kurain had great authority. Even without official position, Misty Fey still wielded great influence. The police have been keeping an eye on movements all this time. That's how I was able to contact her. Again, because of my position as a prosecutor. So my mother was cooperating with you? Don't ever forget. No matter how far away from you she was, she never stopped thinking about you. She was always... That's why I knew she would do anything to protect you. If you want to know how strong her resolve to protect you was, look at her staff. Her staff? The one with the sword in it? Super cool if I do say so myself. The day the plan was to be carried out arrived soon enough. We met for the first time at Hazakura Temple. That's when your mother showed me her special staff. I realized then just how far she was willing to go. She was ready to use that sword to protect you from Morgan Fey, if necessary. Yes, even if it meant paying the ultimate price. Mother! That night, the night of the crime, there was just one way to stop Morgan's evil plan. You mean Pearls? Don't you? We had to make sure she didn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne. Well, Pearl, what are you gonna do tonight? Channel some evil demons, maybe? Oh, you shouldn't do that. Let me first. We thought we could prevent her from playing her part in Morgan's plan, but she never showed up. She was worried and followed me to the inner temple. That was the thing we were most afraid of. And that's why Misty Faye had to do the channeling herself. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne into her own body. What? What do you mean? If she channeled the spirit first, then Pearls wouldn't be able to do it himself, or herself. As Master of Karain, Misty Faye's power was supreme. So that's how it went down. She channeled Dahlia Hawthorne so that Pearl Faye wouldn't be able to do it. What? Is that true? My role in this plan was to make sure no one was going to hurt Maya Faye. That's why I hid myself at the inner temple, just in case you needed to be safe from Dahlia Hawthorne. Godot. Anyway, that's all I'm going to admit to. Try it. Huh? There's no doubt about it. You're a great defense attorney. Thank you! Oh, we got it. We finally got him. But, what do you mean, but? You're gonna have to do the rest yourself. The background leading up to the incident has been laid bare. There's just one question remaining, Mr. Wright. Who killed the victim? There are two possible suspects right now. Maya Faye, and I'm sad to say, Mr. Godot. And his magic coffee summoning spells. Well, Trite, if you're the real deal, then finish this thing once and for all. Show us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you can finish this on your own. No, Nick, please don't. Maya, it's either you or him. Seriously, don't go to jail for him. Maya, I heard the whole thing from my sister in the medical office. That's why I have to protect Mr. Godot. I can't do it. I can't testify against him. After all, he's the man who put his life on the line to protect Mia. And me too. Maya, I know that. Nick? But even so, it doesn't absolve him of his crime. Please, Maya, testify. Miss Faye, your testimony, please. This is the final testimony. Oh, spoilers, is it? I thought the final testimony was 4 testimonies ago. Don't bother trying to hide anything, because I'll know. I want to hear the truth from your own lips. I understand. I'm sure you're right. I'm ready now, Nick. All right, young lady. Tell us about the moments before you lost consciousness. What exactly happened at the time of the murder? Yeah, maybe we can just rule this as a suicide and everyone goes get burgers together. Just before it happened, I think I saw some red lights. 3 of them. Well, that's not helpful. I thought I'd ask for help, but just then I was splattered with blood. She wasn't dead, though, and she struck back at the enemy behind her. Suddenly, the red lights went out and the whole area was dark. Just at that moment, there was a horrible scream. Right after that, Dahlia collapsed and I lost consciousness. Those red lights. I thought you said you don't remember seeing them. I lied. I thought I saw them, but then they suddenly disappeared. Huh. Things break, Trite. Even the best of theories. Who was it that stabbed Misty Faye? Looks like you still can't prove it. Can't I? The rest is up to me. Well then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your final cross-examination of the witness. Of the game. Time of the murder. Save. What if I don't cross-examine her and I just pin the tail on the donkey? What if I just go to where the items are? I have no idea what the answer is, though, so I probably should tell her. Just kidding. I have no idea how to solve this puzzle. Light shining in the dark? I don't think you can make a mistake about that. Yeah, you're right. I think I saw them, but I can't say for certain. I can't tell you for sure that they were from Mr. Godot's mask either. I don't get the feeling she's covering from anymore, but you gotta press. But just after that, you turned towards the lights and called for help. Isn't it because you thought that the lights were coming from Mr. Godot's mask? Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's what I was thinking at the time. But I can't remember. After all, there was a person I couldn't identify right in front of me. Mai's life was in terrible danger at the time. That's actually her default state. There's no way she can remember the details of the scene perfectly. All right then, let's go on with the testimony. Soft scream. That's my favorite kind of ice cream. Soft scream. Well, not much going on there. Struck back? How do you know that? Well, you're right. I didn't exactly see it, but I could tell by the sound of their breathing and movement, and also the smell of blood. You have witnessed more horrors than any young lady should have to in one lifetime. So then, what did you do? I couldn't move. I could just barely make out the shadows moving in the dark, but I had no idea what to do. They went out? Yes, suddenly I couldn't see them at all. What could it mean? The red lights were coming from Joe's mask, and they went out right in the middle of a fight. Maybe the mask was damaged? Or maybe it was knocked off. Or maybe the batteries ran out, right, Trey? Or maybe those little red pinhead-looking lights just stopped working. What could it have been? We all have different theories. What do you mean by just at that moment? Do you mean the moment the red lights went out? Yes, that's right. The scream that you heard then, was it Dahlia Hawthorne? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it was a man's voice. What? That's big. So then, the scream came from the killer? That's gotta be it. I think Dahlia Hawthorne must have taken the blade and attacked the killer with it. Then the killer let out a scream of pain, huh? After that, the killer stole the blade back and delivered the final blow, I guess. Well, Mr. Wright, seems to make sense to me. Sounds like a reasonable deduction, but I still kind of wonder. Sorry to say this. That interpretation will create an enormous contradiction. That makes sense. After all, my deductions are almost certainly never correct. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Remember the testimony she just gave before the killer let her scream? Maya said she had already been splattered by the victim's blood. In other words, the blade and the staff had already been plunged into the victim. Oh, is that right? She couldn't have struck back with a sword that was already stuck in her body. The weapon that caused the killer to let her scream must have been something else. Wonder what it was. If you're so sure about that, then don't keep us waiting any longer, Trey. Dahlia Hawthorne had been stabbed in the back by the staff. Who stabbed me? Naturally, the dagger the killer brought to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. The dagger was found at the crime scene, stuck into a pine tree. Yes, the detective found it this morning and brought it to me. Dahlia Hawthorne struck back at the killer with this. And she managed to wound him as well. Just because he let out a scream doesn't mean that he was wounded. For all we know, the blood on the dagger could have come from the victim. No, no, no. We just tested that. Since we learned it wasn't the victim's blood, it must be the killer's blood. The killer must have a wound somewhere on his body. All right, everyone, strip. This is for Maya's innocence. Everyone get nude.
Okay, time to play. My way or the highway. My way or the highway.
see how it. Ooh.